Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is your Arabic teacher Sam and a very warm welcome back to another video here on the Arabic with Sam channel. Just before we get into the real nuts and bolts of the video, I just want to kind of give you guys a heads up because I am considering changing the name of this channel as well as the Arabic with Sam podcast, as well as the Arabic with Sam Instagram, as well as the Facebook and everything, to the Arabic in 60 Steps channel, the Arabic in 60 Steps podcast, the Arabic in 60 Steps Instagram and stuff. This isn't an announcement that I am going to do that, but I just kind of want to put it out there because if I do decide to, I want it to kind of be less of a shock. I want you guys to kind of know that I'm Sam and I'm the creator of the Arabic in 60 Steps program, and that they're not two different things. And Arabic with Sam hasn't disappeared; it's just become something else. So that's just a heads up, just to test the water and just to let you guys know. Anyways, let's get into it. So what we're doing every Friday now is we're doing a little bit of text time. We're doing a little bit of reading some kind of proverb or bit of poetry or a little passage of a text or something. Sometimes we'll do a few lines, sometimes it'll be a bit longer. Sometimes we might really get our teeth into a longer poem or something and decide we want to do a whole playlist and go through all of it. We've done that before. But for the next few lessons, for the next few Fridays, I just have like little proverbs planned. And this first one that we're going to do isn't, I don't actually know an origin for it, but when I saw it written just on a Facebook page somewhere, and I thought, you know what, I can teach my students something from that. So what is it? Okay, what is this proverb? It is الزمن لا يغير الزمن يكشف. So let's talk about it. Okay, so let's do it word for word. So الزمن is the word that we see twice in this, and it means time, right? That's kind of the loose word for it. Next, لا يغير. So لا just means it doesn't do something. When it's used before a verb, it really means doesn't. لا يغير. So the verb غير, يغير, is a form 2 verb, and it means to change, right? Specifically means to change someone else. You know, Arabic has a different word for if you're going to change. Like I could say something like I've changed. That means like I've changed myself, right? Or I could say I've changed the light bulb, right? Like I've changed something else, right? Arabic distinguishes between those, but when it's ghayyara, like is being used here, it means to change something else, right? So time does not change. It doesn't change you, is kind of what it's implying. It doesn't change a person. الزمن يكشف. So time does kashafa. It does yakshifu. It reveals, you know, it reveals or exposes or something like that, perhaps. And that's kind of the meaning of it, but let's kind of pick it apart a little bit, and let's go through it and just kind of expand on each of the words and kind of understand their nuances a little bit. So, time is something that there's lots of words for in Arabic, and they do kind of have their nuances, but it's just worth you as students understanding that they exist. So when you see them in writing, you can know that you know what they are. Right, so zaman means time, or often when you're talking about the concept of time. Another one is the term asr. Asr. Asr, you know, those of you who are Muslims will know that we pray like Salat al-Asr. And it is the same word, and we'll know that, we might even know that the term asir means juice, which does come from the same root. And often the word asr is used when the time is running out, right? When it's being squeezed, quite literally, like is where the word juice comes from, asr. Hence the ayah in the Quran, or the surah of the Quran, when Allah says, "Wal asr, innal insana lafi khusr." Like indeed, mankind is at a loss because we're missing out on our time. It's always being squeezed, right? We're always losing out. But it's not only used for that. You know, like when you talk about the different periods of Islamic history, you know, particularly for literature, when we talk about them on this channel, you'll have like Asr, whatever time, right? Asr al-Abbasi, for example, like the Abbasid period, or Asr al-Umawi or whatever, right? Like you have like the Umayyad period, the Abbasid period, and you use the term Asr for that. So, you know, what one of its usages is that it's if it's kind of running out, and another is if it's a time that's kind of been gone, and an epoch. That sounds right. People don't often say epoch in a normal conversation, but it sounds like that might be what it means. Another one you may have heard is the word waqt, waqtun. Yeah, and waqt means time, but often when you use the term waqt, you mean like the time right now, right? And you may even have heard in the Egyptian dialect, for when they say now, they say delwa'ti, and they change their qaf into a, right? So like instead of daqiqatun, they say like da'i'a, دقيقة. And yeah, so that's where دلوقتي comes from. The وقت is from وقت, and the D at the beginning is like هذا. دلوقتي, like this time, which kind of means now. Speaking of the word now, in Fusha we use the term الآن to mean now. And that word an on its own means a time, right, as well. So an can mean a time too. So far we've done عصر, زمن, وقت, and an. And then obviously the word الآن meaning the time, right now. And which means now. There are two other words while we're on the topic that are useful to know. So like a mudda means a period of time, as does a fatra as well. Not fitra, not to be confused with the fitra, but fatra with a ta and with a fatha on the fa. Fatra, those both they mean a period of time, yeah? Good. For example, you may hear something like لمدة ألف سنة, something like that, for a period of 1,000 years. لمدة ألف سنة. And فترة could be used in a very similar way. Good. So الزمن, الزمن, the time. لا يغير. So I kind of mentioned how Arabic does distinguish between whether you are changing something else or whether you are just changing, right? You're changing into something else. So this difference is normally between what we in the Western tradition call the form 2, which is the ghayyara, and the form 5, which is taghayyara. So taghayyara would mean to just change. If I just say like taghayyartu, it'd mean like I changed. Like I changed into a new kind of person. I changed into a new person, right? Changed my personality or something. Taghayyartu. But if I say ghayyartu, they'd be like, ماذا غيرت? Like, what did you change? Right? Like, if you're using غير, it means you've changed something else. And I always remember this rule with the verb أخر, which means to delay something. Often in the Quran, Allah might use قدم وأخر. قدم for something to be kind of put forward, وأخر, and something delayed, right? And the term تأخير means a delay, right? Like delaying something. But if you arrive to a lesson and you say that you're late, you use the term متأخر, متأخر from the form 5, because you're not lateifying anything, right? You're not doing أخر. It's you who just is late, right? So you are you've done تأخر, right? So you are متأخر, yeah. Yes, that's the difference, right? The form 5, which sound with the form 2, which is غير, which is what's used now. Because that would kind of change the meaning of the proverb, right? Like if it was لا يتغير, it was like time doesn't change. Like it would mean the concept of time itself doesn't change. Like time's always the same, right? Like it could mean that. I'm not really sure what the semantic implications of that are, but that could mean a thing. Yes, but it's not saying that. It's saying time doesn't change a person, right? Rather, what it does is الزمن يكشف. الزمن يكشف. So this is a verb كشف يكشف. It takes a kasra in the middle. كشف يكشف. And it means to reveal it. It does have kind of other derived forms of the verb. There is a verb in keshefa, and actually if you want to learn more about what in keshefa means, there's actually a verse of poetry that myself and Shaheen al-Rahman, we break down in a previous video. I'll put a link up to it somewhere up here. I'll put one of those cards. I don't know which side it comes up on though, but I'll put it above me so you can go back and watch that, because we do a little breakdown of just a couple of verses of poetry about in keshefa. But that is essentially the whole meaning of this little Arabic proverb. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I really hope you did. And if you did, please don't forget to let me know by liking this video and subscribing to the channel as well. Hit that little bell as well. YouTube just have their own little things that make it hard. People like me, you have to ring a bell. You have to touch a bell now to make sure that you guys actually get notified when I upload new videos and stuff. So make sure you do that, and you can keep in touch with us and make sure that you're aware of everything that I'm uploading all week long, especially Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So that's everything for this video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.